Hello students, today's agenda is to check homework. We'll be adding whole numbers and you will be able to do page 11 from module A. Today students will be able to add small whole numbers. And basically adding is just putting things together, okay? If I have 15 items and then I buy 3 new items, now I have a total of 18 items. The two things that I'm adding together are called addends, and the result is called the sum. How would you see addition in real life? A very good example is in here. I have $27 in my checking account and I have $45 in my savings account. How much do I have? What I'm going to do is that I'm going to write those in vertical order. So I put the 27 and I need to make sure that I align the ones with the ones and the tens with the tens. Since we already learned place value, that is super important. I align them like that, and I always start with the ones place. Okay, that's how I start to align them. So now in here I have 7 in the ones place and 5 in the ones place. 7 plus 5. I'm going to do it directly because I know that some of you already learned it before and it's just review. But 7 plus 5 is 12. You put the 2 in here, and the 12, that means 10 and 2 more. So that 10, you put it over here. By putting a 1 on the tens place, that means that you're carrying over 10. And so 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So 27 plus 45 is 72. Now, I know that some of us might struggle with this. And so what you can do is 27 is 2 tens. So I'm going to represent it with a little stick for each 10. And then 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 27. The 45 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. And then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In here, when we have 10 ones, it's represented by the little stick. So I'm going to get 10 from here. So these 5 and these 5, those become another 10. So I put it over here. And now these are regrouped in here. So basically now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens and 2 ones. And we don't count this anymore because it's right here. This 10 right here. So that's your 72. So different ways to do it. Whichever works for you, that's the one that you should do. I know that for some students you need to be very concrete. For others, it can be abstract already, even as adults. Number 2 says 2 classes went on a field trip together. One class has 28 students. The other class has 27 students. How many students went on the field trip? So first thing we need to do is align them. 28 plus 27. Remember, ones with ones and tens with tens. 8 plus 7. Again, 8 plus 7, some people already know that is 15. Put the 5 and carry 1. And then 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, for those who need to have it more concrete, 28 students, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice how I put 5 dots and then the rest on the bottom. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 27. 1, 2. That's 2 tens. That means 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I put together, notice how I like to group the 5s and the 5s because that makes it easier. Some people prefer to say, oh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they group this part together to make it into a 10. And it doesn't matter where you put it, here or here, as long as you count now all the 10s. Okay, so you're regrouped. How many do you have in the tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's right there. 5 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your ones. And the last one, if you're doing it with your mind and your hands. Okay, you have 8. Put the biggest number in your mind. 8, right? You start with the 8 and you add 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Put the 5 in here, 15, and carry the 1. Then you just start counting 2 in your mind, plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Okay, number 3, 79 plus 6. Now we have something with tens and ones, and in here only ones. That's okay. We're going to make sure that we add the ones and that those are aligned, okay? So let's do it in our head. First put the 9. That's the biggest of these two numbers. 9, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is 5 in here and in here, 15. And some people prefer to put it in here, 15. And that's closer, so it makes more sense. The order more than anything. And then in here, 7 plus 1 that we carried from here is 8. If you needed to see it concrete, 79 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, and 9 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For the 6, you just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To group them together, I need 10. So 9 that I have in here, plus 1 more. I think it's easier since I'm going down here already. 9 and 1 is 10. So we're regrouping and putting it either here or here, doesn't matter. How many do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put the 8 tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Again, at first, if you need to use this concrete, that's fine, but eventually you do want to practice and practice and practice so that you can start doing it in your mind and maybe counting with your fingers at first, but then little by little you will see patterns that will help you memorize them, or memorize at least some of the addition. 9 in my head. Okay, I put the biggest number in my head, in my mind, it's 9. And I start counting up from there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so 9 plus 4 is 13. In here, we don't have any tens. So it's just 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're adding 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We regroup. We have 9 and 1 more will make 10. Those regroup to a 10, and now I have 1 10 and 3 ones. Number 5, I have the biggest number is 9, so I put that in my mind and add 2 more, 9, 10, 11. So I put the 1 and carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, so it's 41. Now I want you to see how regrouping, when I have 9 plus 2 is 11, I put the 1 in here and then the 10 in here. It's like regrouping. Well, let's look at that when we're doing with the sticks and dots. So 32, 32, and then plus 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In here, I'm going to regroup 9, and 1 more will make another 10. This regroups as a 10. And now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 41. So when I add 9 plus 2, this 9 plus this 2 gives me a 10 and a 1. That's the 11 that I get in here. A 10 and the 1. By putting it in here is like putting this right here. Okay, so that's what we're doing, regrouping. Okay, for this one, 3 plus 2, 3, 4, 5. And since we don't have anything in here, it's like there is a 0, so 5 and 0 is just 5. So that's all you have to do. For the model, you have 52, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 ones. And for the other number is 3 ones. All you're doing is putting them together. I don't regroup, so I just continue to have the 50. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 55. 55. I think I'm going to stop using the sticks and points. If you need to use them at first, go ahead, but try to practice and practice until you don't need them anymore. Okay, so in here, 4 is the biggest. 4 plus 2, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6. I don't need to regroup anything in here. And then 8 is the biggest on this one. I start with that in my mind. 8 plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I'm going to put the 14 in here because I don't have any more numbers. Number 8, 9 plus 5, 9 and 5 more, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Put the 4. And the 1, you can put it in here or in here. Okay, I've seen lately that they're using the 1 in here so that they can see it. 14. And then 9 plus 3. If you use mental math, it's better to use 9 plus 1 because that's 10. And 10 plus 3 is 13. But if you're going with the biggest and then the next biggest and then the smallest, then you can do that too. So 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, and one more, 13. Okay. For the next one, it says write the numbers in a vertical line, then add. Vertical is going up and down. Horizontal will be side to side. Okay. So vertical, up and down. So I have 5 plus 36 plus 28. It's like saying you have $5 in your wallet, $36 in the checking account, and 28 in the savings account, or something like that. So what we are going to do is to align the ones with the ones. So in here we put 5 plus 36. We put the 3 on the tens, and the 6 goes with the ones. 28, 2 is with the tens, and the 8 is with the ones. And we add them all together. So you can start by putting the in your mind. And so 8 plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 5, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so I'm going to put the 9 in here and the 1 in here, 19. Then on the next one, I start by putting the biggest in my head. So 3, 4, 5, plus 1, 6. Again, this might be too easy for you, so you just might start adding. That's fine. Again, I know I'm giving a lot of scaffolding, but this is for students who are struggling or who had not seen addition before. And because this is 3 numbers, let me do the regrouping. Again, if you know how to do this, you don't need to see it. You can skip it for those who need to see concrete, okay? So 1, 2, 3 tens and 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally 28, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I regroup 10. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I get 2 more. That makes 10. So I put it in here. And again, you can put it in here, in here, in here. It doesn't matter because you're going to count all the tens together. And so, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. Now I have 4 numbers. So it's 40 plus 91 plus 39 plus 5. So when you start, when you put them in here, you want to add the ones that make it easier to add together first. So the 9 and the 1, right? You have 0 plus 1 plus 9. The 9 and the 1 make 10, and 10 plus 5 is 15. Put the 5 in here and carry the 1. Again, you can put it in here or in here. It doesn't matter. And then let me show you another trick. The 9 and the 1 make 10, so you put those together first. 10 plus 4 is 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so those, if it makes it easier, use the numbers that go nicely together first and then add the other ones. So together all of them are 175. So let me show you what we're going to do in here. We have 40. So that's 4 tens and 0 ones. Then we have 91. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1. 39, we have 1, 2, 3, 3 tens, and 9 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me make sure that I show them. That's 9. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're going to regroup so that we have our tens. In here we have 9 and a 1. That makes 10. We put it over here, and it doesn't matter. Again, you can put it here or here or here, anywhere, because it's just one more 10. The other thing is that 10 of these make 100. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these make 100. And we can regroup that as a little square. Okay. And so now I have 100. I have, since these are regrouped, I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tens, which is that what we got in there, and those are regrouped, so we only have this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 ones. So notice how we regroup so that we can get the answer. Again, this is only if you need to see it. If you don't need to see it, but this, if you are like me, I learned how to add this throughout my childhood, but then when I go to college and I see a teacher showing it this way, I was wowed because you see it in a different way. You see it more concrete and what it means, and that was interesting to see. And that's because I come from another country where you don't see this concrete way, but it's interesting. With this, we end our lesson. If you can please give us a thumbs up, subscribe around here. This is the link to the entire unit in English. Here is the next lesson. Here you will find it in Spanglish, mostly Spanish, basically. Now you're able to do page 11 from Module A and have fun.